Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I leapt headfirst into the black, searching for answers. I found only more questions. My memories fade with each step. I feel a weight. It's so heavy. I find nothing. Here in darkness, I awaken for the first time. My skin is on fire. My lungs ache for air. My body's too weak to stand. To fight back. The pain pierces every thought. Death would be a kindness that I do not deserve. Let me die broken.
Okay. We're back. We're back. We're live. We're on the air, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I have an ad. Yeah.
we were doing that thing. We were gonna start a show, and then lightning decided to strike right outside my house and knock everything offline. So, we're back.
It's okay. He's streaming from Limbo.
And my ad is about a tornado.
And hopefully we stay back. We stay back and
Gets hit by lightning again.
Lightning doesn't do that again because
That'd be so bad.
that was a nightmare. So I didn't get anything of what you guys were saying. I'm pretty sure I was like, so what happened last time we played? And then lightning struck.
Ooh.
So
TLDR TPK imminent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just strike you guys with lightning. That's what's
No. Okay.
Yes,
so
go over it again.
God, I hate this. It's fine. All right. So we go to the second clan that we're supposed to collect taxes from. We are then met outside with a angry woman with a gun that says, "We do not have your taxes. Get the fuck off my land." And eventually the group was able to calm her down.
I did very good.
And
did.
yes, you did great. And essentially, she ended up needing our help searching for her missing daughter and her husband. So she eventually allowed us to come inside. Cassidy was entertaining the kids with her little wind-up ducklings. And while the rest of us were chatting with the mother said that the daughter was missing for a couple lapses and that the husband left the home to go out and search for her. Turns out we saw the daughter in the hallway before we got to this clan. She is
Was
now
the creepy
one
crawler.
of was one of the Isapu. And we are pretty certain that the father is trying to help his kid survive, essentially, by keeping her fed. Because there was also some supplements that had been stolen out of a shed from this clan. And there were some tracks, and we're trying to follow it currently. And we stopped to where we are about to enter a service hatch. But before the show completely ended, it zoomed in on the father trying to communicate with the wife through the walkie-talkie or whatever device he had, saying that he was sorry and that he loved her, and then he was surrounded by tons and tons of Asapu closing in on him. And that's where we ended.
Yeah.
Also, I think the stream is very broken.
Is it?
I see what you did there.
I didn't even mean to.
It's working for me.
Oh, okay, it's back on the thing.
Fine to me.
What happened?
I think it was just like an overlay issue.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
see
it's
all the
fixed now.
Yeah, I could see all the image files underneath the thing.
You can see this
Yeah.
here. Oh yeah. Hang on, let me pull it off the DM layer.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's
There
what
we
it
go.
was. Got it.
There we go. Thanks for telling me.
I was gonna
okay.
be a little sad if I had to repeat myself a
No, you're
third time.
No, no.
Like, I love you guys and I love this show, but no.
Yeah. All right. And did you guys get the walkie-talkie from? What was?
Yes.
You did. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
I took it.
But yeah, he was trying to communicate, but it was like I think you guys did some checks on it to see if you could reach him, but it was like out of range or something.
Yeah, we did it at the homestead, not like
Yeah.
At the
as
tunnel.
we got to the hatch. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we could while we're at the hatch.
I don't see why we wouldn't, honestly, if we think that's where he went.
Yeah. So you guys like trace the trail of this like leftover like blue fungus and stuff to this like service hatch. You guys open it up. You take a look inside. And that's sort of where we left off. I think you guys were debating whether or not to. No, you were talking about like bringing the leapers with you. But it was like, yeah, it's like a service hatch. You're not gonna be able to. Here's the service hatch, by the way. You're not gonna be able to like bring them with you. I don't think. No. Yeah, you basically can just like crawl down into the dark there. So what's the plan? Do you guys want to try to reach out on the walkie-talkie? Like, what are you guys gonna do?
Try to see if the walkie-talkie works again before we start trying to go down into the hole.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
my
pull it
thought
out
process.
in a little
All right. So, what are we just like? Hello, is there anyone there? Is that what we're doing? Or are we?
bit. I'm gonna mess with it for a moment. Realize this is probably a bad idea, and give it to Cassidy. Here, this is probably a better idea.
Okay. So, Cassidy, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna like look at him like, why are you handing this to me?
I'm not good with all this weird technology. You've been great so far.
And I'm not good with people, but before like clicking it, because I'm sure she showed us how to use it before she handed it to us, right?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just like there's a on-off, so like a button you push and hold to speak into it, and then let go. And there's also like a little dial for frequency, so you can like different frequency to tune into. She probably told you that they use like, I don't know, like channel 2 or something. She gave you like the channel that they use.
What was the husband's name?
DeWeed, I believe.
I wouldn't change it from the frequency because,
Here,
you know,
right.
Probably
This
keeps it on
is-
what she usually uses.
right. I'm just gonna like click it on. Hello, is anybody there? And I'm just like staring at him like the entire time. Like, why did you hand this to me the entire time?
I didn't mean that you had to like talk to him. I just meant that you should like make sure that I don't make it go explode. I don't have the most wonderful sense of technology, I've been told.
The walkie-talkie.
Yeah. So you're just gonna try to see if you can reach him from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You just get static on the other end. There's no answer.
I don't think anybody's gonna pick up, at least not right now.
Can you do that thing like they do on the TV? You know,
What
like,
is a
like get through
TV?
Oh god, nope, we're not doing this. Nope.
What thing on the TV?
You know, like make it better.
The 10-4 thing?
No, I mean like get rid of the static.
Like an amplifier or something?
I don't know. I just see they do things on the TV sometimes.
Oh yes, on the TV.
Is this in character?
Oh, there you are. Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell they are talking about.
Yeah.
It's a thing with moving pictures.
Gerbil.
What's a picture?
There's that kid.
There's no TV in space, Australia. There is only Zool.
There is only Zool. Yeah. Are you gonna try to like make some tweaks to it, see if you can get it to work? Is that, or do you want to just continue on and try later? Like,
We're just gonna continue on for now. Because I have no reason to believe that it's not a functioning walkie-talkie.
yeah. Okay.
Alright, well, who wants to go down the hole first?
Not it.
Not it.
Here, fine, I'll fucking
go.
go first.
Wait, shouldn't I go first?
Yes, and
I
I'll
don't-
walk backwards so I don't go crazy.
Okay, so you guys can move yourselves around here on this screen. Here's what I want you guys to do. You want to pick a marching order. Person who goes first is at the top. Person who goes last is at the bottom. Why don't you guys do that?
I'm probably gonna be behind Dank, honestly.
All right.
Because I have big, sharp, pointy thing.
Yeah. He's got a guitar, so.
He's also extremely fucking violent.
I have a knife too.
Yeah, I guess
Nobody sees me just inching off the screen.
yeah. I guess I could have made the tokens a little smaller here for you. All right. So I got you guys. Okay. Whoops. All right, it's fine. We're moving to the next screen.
Darren's so eager to be last that he got off the screen.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
So it was.
Like, I don't want to witness more murder.
Who was behind Naela? Was it Zack?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Gerblin.
And then yeah, and Derrin was at the back. Okay. All right. So you guys move down into the tunnel. It's crawl space, like you're on your hands and knees to get through this thing. It's tight squeeze for most, like for the beginning here. It opens up fairly quickly to where you can kind of like crouch, but it's basically a dirty old like air duct. Essentially, is what you're crawling into.
Oh god, not the air ducts again.
You hear like the distant sound of machinery rumbling. It's not like really loud or anything. It's just kind of like a hum.
Feels like home.
And yeah. And there's just air kind of blowing past you. It's not like it's not like enough to push you or anything. It's not super strong. But it's about like room temperature air. As you guys are like crawling along through this thing. Yeah, let's see here. You have to like crawl on your hands and knees for about 100 feet or so. And then it opens up to where you can like stand up and kind of you're crouching down, but you can kind of like stand up basically.
Okay.
And then for like 100 feet of that, and then there's essentially like a gap in the floor. So you get to a point where, again, it's like dark down in here. There's some errant light reflecting off the metal walls and stuff from openings overhead and that sort of thing. But you get to what's essentially like a 10-foot, maybe 15-foot gap where you'd have to like jump to the other side. Looking down into the gap, you just see like darkness. Like you can't see the bottom of it.
That's a bad idea.
The trail you guys picked up before seems to continue on up ahead across the gap.
Okay, so we would have to jump across the gap.
Wait, how far of a gap is it?
It's like 10, 15 feet.
Oh.
It's makeable. But yeah, you're gonna have to make a roll here. Yeah, it's the hard part. Like if you were standing up, it would like full standing running start. Probably not too big of an issue. But you're looking at like if you're gonna jump this thing, you're gonna have to like maybe grab onto the other side. It will be a roll.
Crouching leap.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Yeah, this will be a normal roll. Like I'm not gonna give you a DC. Like you guys will roll a thing, and it'll be success or failure.
Okay.
Just to let you know mechanically how this will work. Or you guys can like, no, we're not doing this, and just like leave if you want. It's not, that is an option. You also have influence points. Remember what
I was just about to say,
Yep,
I have a lot of those.
I'm doing the jump.
I know you guys burned through a lot of influence points the last couple sessions, but this is
Okay, they burned through a lot of influence points. I have 7.
All right.
I have a lot too, but I'm going to make the jump because I've got +2 to physical activities.
All right. Okay, I'll let that count towards this jump roll. So if you want to use your +2, you can.
Am I allowed to use survival for this? Because I'm trying
no.
not to die.
Yeah, I'm burning an influence point to not fall off the pit.
1 second, Naela. We'll get to you in a second.
Jesus.
Okay.
Can I spend an influence point to add a ladder to the scene?
There we go.
You can. So there's a ladder on the other side. Is that what you're doing? Is it so it's like easier? So you can
That
grab
or
onto the
like
ladder?
a maintenance ladder in the thing to like lay across the gap.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I yeet myself to the other side.
While I'm over here like, oh hey look, there's a ladder.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
here's what I'll do. I'll just for flavor. You get to the other side, and there is a ladder on the other side that you can grab.
There we go.
And like maybe unfold it and lay it across. It's a little rickety. It's rusty. Like right, like this is an old hatch. People haven't been through here in quite some time, so it's in
Right.
rough shape. But you can unfold it and stretch it across the gap. It might help. Could also be a little dangerous. So
Alright.
yeah.
Alright, so
I'd
yeah, I-
still rather yeet myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna unfold the ladder and get it set up
Yeah.
so that the people who are not so physically acclimated can make it across.
Have you guys seen the what is it the there's a commercial for it? It was famous when the guy hurt himself on the ladder that goes across gaps. It was like a H-shaped ladder, and I can't remember.
What?
It's like a meme. It's like a really well-known meme for this. What was it called? I don't know. It was like some crazy ladder that they were selling on info commercials, and the guy like hurt himself on live TV, like trying to
Oh,
show
yeah,
how
yeah,
strong
yeah.
it was. Like, and it was like a big meme. And this guy like hurt himself. Anyways, so yeah, you set the ladder up. Okay, Naela, do you want to make your jump roll? I'll let you use survival. Sure.
Oh shit! Alright, influence point.
All right.
Yeah.
Spend an influence point to re-roll. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
All right, success. All right, so, yeah, you get to the other side. There's like a moment where you like start to fall, and you grab hold of the edge, and just like your hands are like vices. You just clamp on, and yeah, you just pull yourself up. You're fine. It was close. Scared you a little bit, but you're good. All right. So that's Dank and Naela across. Who wants to go next?
I'm going on the ladder.
All right, you
I'm
want to use the
also
ladder?
go on the ladder.
Okay.
Not at the same time.
No, definitely not at the same time. No.
All right. Sure.
Dude, I'll just piggyback you. Use it.
Oh god.
Terrifying.
All right.
Would, in this particular instance, attention to detail to like not set my hand on anywhere that looks like it would like crumble to like rust and
Yeah.
fall me to my death?
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely
Boy, here.
some more damaged portions of it. Sure. There's like one of the joints is pretty rusted, maybe, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna put pressure there. Yeah. Make a roll.
Cool. How about bargaining the DM?
No, I don't think bargaining would apply here. I'll let you use.
Aw,
attention to
darn.
detail.
Bargaining the DM.
Nice try though.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
What if I didn't fall?
Oh, yay!
Yeah. You make it. There's like you get halfway across, and there's like an unsettling creak that comes from the ladder. Maybe it moves slightly, and like everyone kind of like pauses and holds their breath for a moment. But then you're fine. Yeah, you make it across no problem. All right. Who's next?
I shall try the ladder.
Okay. All right. You got a roll you want to use?
Any chance I could help him with my attention to detail?
Sure.
I kind of want to make a memory because I'll be closer to the flesh wizard,
Yeah.
but I don't know what. Yeah, I'll just roll.
You get a +1. Roll another d4. Because he's like, hey, make sure you don't step right there or whatever.
Yeah, right there where you're stepping.
yeah. Just roll another d4, Zack.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I was about to say, I assumed he was probably spending an influence to reroll the whole thing anyway.
yeah, I'll spend
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
that's fine. All right. Yeah, you make it across. No
Although
problem.
I
Same
guess that
thing
was the
happens.
exact same roll, but with a 4.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. Cassidy.
And then I've got hand to hand, and I've got engineering. Would engineering help?
Yeah, it might help you spot weak points in the ladder, I suppose. You want to use the ladder?
Can I help again?
Sure. So I give you a
Dank and Naela
+2.
were.
Standing here watching them worry about trying not to fall off this rickety ladder.
We just yeeted ourselves.
Look, I can't help them yeet themselves.
Dank just takes out his combat knife and starts cleaning underneath his fingernails.
That has to... Why? No, ow.
That's
What? No, man.
disturbing.
It really gets all the gunk out, I'm telling you.
It does. It's
Alright.
a
The
perfect
gunk
fit.
and the flesh.
Cassidy is just probably the only one who actually just like walks across the ladder.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's my question: you guys leave the ladder there once you're on the other side?
No.
There is probably a reason it was over here, even though I made it, so no.
You pull it back to your side and just like set it up against the wall. You take it with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave it there for now.
I don't know, man. Like, escape route-wise, it might not be a bad idea to leave it how it is now.
Yeah, but also if we're being followed, it makes people easier to cross.
I'd like to think that if the people were following us were any kind of competent, they'd be able to make that jump too.
Okay, but if we're fleeing in this direction, I think we'll have enough of like a like go
An
to just all
adrenaline
jump
boost?
across.
That's fair.
Instead of, oh god, let me correctly place my hands on the ladder as we're being chased.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Just slow down and go really carefully across this ladder.
Certainly nothing could hit me now. Oh god, irony!
Okay. So we picking it up? Leaving it there? What are we doing?
Yes, I pick it up and I put it back to where we found it.
All right. So do you guys just continue on?
Yes.
Following the trail, yes.
All right.
Onwards into the darkness.
So once
Ever
you're on the,
vigilant.
once you're on the other side of the gap, the tunnel ahead leads down and forward. It does start to open up for more standing room, and the incline becomes a little steep. I'm gonna need you guys to make checks to not lose your footing here.
So it's steep and it's going down in a singular direction?
Yeah,
Is it going
Are-
down or up?
Down.
down.
Can we see any obstructions in the little corridor?
No, it's fairly smooth. Like there's a lot of dirt and dust. And
Alright,
of course,
cool. I slide
I was
down.
about to say. I was just about to say. Do you want to slide down?
yeah, you can just slide down
Yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
like
love
these
how
I
you
wish I had my
legitimately
combat
wired
Wolfies.
it there.
Wait. Before I slide, can I check to see if there are any like panels or anything loose?
Yeah. Does
I
this
can
like
try
air
out.
duct have like seams in it?
Sure. Make a roll. Both of you can make a roll if you like. You're looking for,
I'm
like-
mostly asking because I want to like try and use the seams if there are any to like keep my like footing easier.
Yeah, there probably would be the occasional seam. There are no like panels or like places to like access equipment in here.
No. I want like
Okay.
a loose piece of metal, like a loose sheet.
Oh, you see a
just
piece.
slide on.
Yeah, you
I
see.
want to make a fucking slide. I want to
Yeah,
make a fucking slide.
You see a piece that's like dented, like something has impacted with it pretty hard while it was moving through the tunnel, and you could easily like pry it off, like just pull it off the wall because it's not really durable metal. It's kind of thin like aluminum.
Oh, Dank!
I think he's already gone into the darkness.
You just hear wee.
Okay, as long as I don't hear "oh shit," I'm fine.
Yeah.
You so Dank is just like, yeah, I'm just gonna slide. So you lean back and slide. He
I'm
dismounts.
In a
gonna get
running
me some
start.
pliers to make
You
some
get a
shit
running
off.
start. You're trying to go as fast as you can.
Fast as fuck, boy.
All right, so all right, so here's what we see.
Oh god.
I'm taking me some pliers to like rip me some shit off and like round off the edges. I'm not sewing on my ass.
You know what? Naela probably doesn't give a shit neither, so she's probably following after Dank.
All right, so Dank and Naela are sliding. Cassidy, were you gonna slide on the panel? You gonna take it off the wall, or?
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm
she's
a
probably not far
slide.
behind.
Oh, okay. I will be left here, slowly
Darren, you
walking
wanna
down.
come with?
No.
There's
If you
no
all
one
die,
there.
at least I'll escape.
Okay, so
You know, if we leave you by yourself, the clicker thingies are probably gonna get you.
Nah, we haven't
Always
seen any. It's fine.
happens.
She's gonna like tap on like where he can't see. She's gonna like tap on the ground like in an invitation of the clicker thingies.
You realize I have like +3 to trained ear, right?
Just grab his
You're like,
fucking ankle and just drag him.
Yeet.
uh,
Can I do that?
do what?
Oh, can I grab him and drag his ass along with me?
You can try. It'd be a contested check.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
fight that. Note, I don't really care as a person, but this would be funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be like you know. It'd be a
Actually,
normal-
fuck, I have -1 to grappling.
And I have hand to hand, so I actually have one.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Yes.
Accept your fate.
All right, so she rolls a 7. Derrin, let's see how you do. You have 2 dice.
Come on. Hold on, it's like taking a moment.
You gotta roll
Eat
an 8.
a 7
You
with
roll-
2d4s.
yeah. Wait.
Wait, what? No, that. Wait.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
sorry. No, that was the wrong way. It also just confused me.
Did +2.
I was like,
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
3. All right. Yeah.
just drag his
So-
ass along.
You're
I
able
know.
to drag him along. Zack, you're trying to keep your footing and not enjoy the slide.
No, he slid.
Oh, no, I'm sliding.
Okay,
I'm like
so
fully like.
everyone is sliding. All right.
We just hear
TPK.
Derrin screaming along.
This is not a fucking fun slide.
All right. I'm gonna need you all to make basically body checks here, as you slide down into the darkness. You start to pick up heavy speed. Okay. A lot more than you anticipated. The incline increases ahead.
Yeah.
And Dank,
Cool. I would like to fail.
Dank, since you're first, you're the first. You're the first one to see up ahead. What looks like a metal grate. And you're coming up on it fast. So
About to be Swiss
Okay.
cheese.
So this is basically going to be like, it could be like athletics. This is a body check to see how badly
All right. Does the metal grate look kind of like rusty?
it does.
Is it like sturdy? Is it?
it
How
looks,
big is this metal grate?
It's dark, but it's covers the entire end of the tunnel.
Okay, I'm going to like kick the hell out of this thing to try
Yeah.
and break it loose and
Sure.
keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So you do see light on the other side of it too, kind of like peeking in between the metal bits here. So you're just gonna like stick your feet out and try to kick it as hard as you can, punch through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Make your check. This will
All
be
right.
like
Dank's
this-
gonna shout out one really big hole coming right up. Just like fucking all of his weight, all of his speed, brace himself to just kick it.
All right, no problem. Yeah, you kick through the thing. We cut to the inside of a room, and we see this like metal grate on the wall. and
then we don't.
yeah, and then the grate
Then
just goes
Dank is there.
launching across the room, and yeah, you fall out. You land like 3-point stance on the ground, right? No problem. You're fine.
Awesome.
I need everyone else to make the same check, please.
I auto fail.
All right, you go down one body step.
Yes.
woo.
I don't know if I have anything to.
It would just be a
I'll
normal
just
roll, like what Cassidy just
roll.
did. She succeeded. No problem for Cassidy. No problem for Naela. You guys managed not to like collide into each other or anything. Derrin failed.
Ow!
Yeah, maybe you hit Cassidy hard, like the bottom of her boot or something.
Oh shit!
And
He just like rolls across the floor.
yeah. And Zack, you're fine too. Okay. So let me show you the
I'd
No,
want
but
off
Darren
Mr.
got
Bones'
hurt.
wild ride.
the room we're looking at here.
I just looked at my memory sheet. I have a 1 memory left.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's what's up. All
Get
right.
ready for my nose to fly off.
So you guys come launching out of this vent in the wall in this room. The room does have some clutter. It's not quite as clean as it looks here. In one of the corners, there's some like junk piled up. And yeah, above you in the center of the room is like water, like floating in the air. Looking through it, you see some light coming into the room. Through that,
that
like
is
some
true.
blue light. You probably would also see like maybe bits of like plant matter on the other side of the water. But looking up, it doesn't look like there's glass or anything. Like the water is just sort of like suspended in the air at the ceiling. Like maybe you're under one of the like the Sorrows' lakes, right here. And then across the room, you see this metal door. I need someone with a good sense of orientation to make a roll.
Attention to detail, trained ear.
Attention to detail would definitely apply to this.
I think that's all I have. Sneaking? I don't think sneaking would be necessarily.
I've got mechanics.
I have attention to detail. Like, I mean, if you want.
Oh, I've got a +3 to perception. Sweet.
This would be perception. This would be for
Okay,
perception.
your turn.
Okay.
Ooh,
Holy
There you
shit!
go.
critical
Hey.
success.
Dang.
You've
Fuck
already
yeah.
you've already got a +3, but this is where you would get an extra bonus to that stat for rolling a critical success there.
Yep.
And a free memory. So if you want to add that memory, if you got something in mind, you
Okay.
can walk us through
that. And this would be a memory regarding perception.
Yeah. You get the trademark lens flare. If you have a memory in mind. If you don't have to do that right now.
Essentially, it'd just be. I'll give you the TLDR version. I remember sighting down the scope of my gun, peering off into the distance. Vast shapes initially from far away become instantly clear. I see the whites of my target's eyes as I pull the trigger.
Right on, man. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm sending a DM. Okay. Awesome. So, here's what you know. Just from... It makes sense with the way you guys have been going. You're sort of familiar, at least some of your memories seem to be that you're getting lately, of like finding your way through like compounds and stuff like that, and being able to keep like a good sense of direction, and that sort of thing. Something tells you that the door you're looking at on the other side of the room leads to the hallway that you guys were in before, where where you guys were trying to get scanned over and over again. Do you guys remember that? Where you guys were getting
Are you
scanned?
serious?
Oh god, are we on the other side?
You're yeah. So like
We're in a giant fucking circle.
that's well, you couldn't get through this door before, right? This is where you were trying to get and yeah,
I go get scanned again.
it's the same door from the other side. And the other thing is you hear something in the shadows, like at the edge of the room. You hear like movement.
What does it sound like with my trained ear?
You like I'm assuming you would immediately like turn your attention to that, and you see a set of glowing eyes, blinking, looking at you. Familiar looking set of eyes.
I tap the people near me and point to the thing in the corner.
And
Familiar looking.
for your, I mean, you did roll a critical success for perception. You're pretty sure that you could like scrounge some supplies out of that junk pile in the room.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as you like look at the creature, it rushes toward you guys out of the darkness. Let me bring you over to. Okay, I've already got you on this map. Okay, so you guys are good there. There's that. It rushes towards you, and then it stops right in front of you guys. And this is where, if you guys hadn't seen it already, I'd be like, the creature could be considered human by all intents and purposes, except for the fact
A bug!
Yeah, it has these large, strange protuberances on its face, these antennae, and a gaping mouth. Yeah. And
Disgusting.
Dank's
Disgusting.
going to adopt a defensive but non-hostile stance.
Derrin cowers.
yeah, it's a woman's form. Young adults.
Is it the same woman that we saw before?
Yeah. And she stops. She rushes towards you guys from the darkness, but she stops like 5-6 feet away from you. Like suddenly stops and is just looking at you guys. Her the mandibles on her mouth start clicking together, and you hear like some strange noises coming from her, but it's not intelligible.
Am I able to try to communicate with her?
You can make a animal knowledge roll to see if you can figure out what she's trying to say.
Alright, cool.
Or, like, read her demeanor. Savvy success. All right, good stuff. Okay. She's trying not to appear as a threat, so she's like got her hands sort of out, palms facing you. She's probably like trying to make her posture lower, like she's lower, like bending her knees, arching her back, trying to get lower to the ground. You get the sense she's trying not to look menacing, though she does. She looks incredibly menacing. She tries to, when she makes a couple clicking noises, seems like she realizes you can't understand what she's saying. So she starts gesturing with her hands. Basically she points to the other end of the room where there's like a hole in the floor. And then she like points to her eyes and then points to the hole again. And then she like is waving you toward it, and she starts to move towards it, and she like kind of like jumps along the ground excitedly towards this like hole in the floor that's in one corner, and she pauses and looks back at you, and then gestures to the hole again.
Zero hesitation.
So to the
yeet
rest of
myself
us, she
down
just
the
looks
hole.
crazy.
Naela is going to follow her.
All right.
But before she gets towards the hole, she's going to be like, there's something down in the hole that she wants us to see. She's not trying to be threatening. She looks like she wants help.
Yeah, take an influence point. And yeah, she leads you over to this corner of the room where there's this hole. You get to the edge of the hole, you look down and you can see blue light along the edges of the hole as you're like looking down. Where like it looks like maybe some of the fungus is like smeared along the wall. Perhaps if they were like dragging a large quantity into the hole at once, it might like create this sort of like smear effect.
Is there a way for me to ask her if her father's down in the hole?
Show her the things.
You can.
Yeah, like the walkie-talkie and the other thing.
Yeah, so she's going to hand the clothing to her, and then she's going to point down at the hole and point back at the jacket, just kind of like, is the person is this right? Like, is the person who has this jacket in the hole?
What's the matter, little Timmy? Or what's the matter, Lassie? Is Timmy stuck down a well?
She grabs a hold of the clothing that you're like gesturing around with. She grabs a hold of that and tries to pull it from you.
I'll let her take it.
Yeah, so she like wrenches it from your hand. Like there's no like trying to be nice about it, like manners, or she just like pulls it really hard from your hand. Then she like sticks it up to her face, and you hear like the sound of air, right? Like a sound. And then she holds it back down by her side and starts gesturing excitedly and pointing down into the hole, and like her mandibles on her mouth are clicking. Making a bunch of clicking noises.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure I found the dad. As far as we're aware, he's in the hole.
She uses the hand that's got the shirt in it to like kind of like reach her arm around you, and then like nudge you toward the hole, like kind of hard. She does it twice. She doesn't like push you in, but she nudges you towards it, and then she like pops down on all fours, approaches the hole, and starts hitting the side of the hole like with her other free hand, like really hard. She's like looking down into it, and she looks back up at you, and her mouth starts clicking again. She starts making noise. She sounds more like it's louder this time for sure. There's some squeaks in there.
Sound more worried now.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say you can see it as worried. She's definitely more excited, animated.
All right, she's gonna start ushering for people, and she's gonna be like, "Come on, we gotta go now."
Dank yeets himself down the hole.
Yep, going in the hole.
Okay, so Dank, as you like start to walk across the room towards the hole, there's like a shadow that falls on the room from above. So I think you're looking towards the hole in the floor, and you see this like humanoid shaped shadow that starts to like come up from one side of the room. Maybe it's on the side of the hole. And then you look up, like you see the shadow on the floor, so you look up because the light's coming from above, and you see a humanoid in the water, like at the edge, looking down at you. It's got like a cloak on. It's very large. Like we're talking like 10, 15 feet tall, big and like stout. And it's like standing at the edge of this pool, looking down into the pool at you. And it's got this light on its head, like this bright light on its head. So you get like a silhouette, this large dark silhouette, and like a bright light that lights up as soon as you look at it.
Gigantic humanoid with a bright light looking straight at me.
Yeah, like as you like cross the room, to like make a way towards this like giant hole in the corner. It's looking dead at you.
Does anybody else notice like the room suddenly becoming illuminated?
Yeah, they would. Yeah, as soon as the light turns on. I'll give you like a second to do a thing, and then I'm gonna
try moving. Does it move to me if I move?
Yeah, as soon as you start to take a step, the light points at you.
Okay. The Asapu thing is super like animated, worried, wants us to jump in the hole. Gigantic 15-foot tall humanoid thing shows up, starts looking into this pool of water, and it's suddenly very interested in us. I don't think this thing's friendly. It's big.
Would I be able?
I'm surprised we're not
to...
making checks against the unknown, honestly.
Well, you like it looks, yeah, that's fair actually.
It's
God
relatively
damn it,
humanoid.
Darren!
Stop doing that.
I mean, if you're all gonna look at it, then,
Wait,
yeah, it's
am
like
I
a
able-
15-foot tall dude, like with a giant light for a face that's like looking at you. I think that would call for a check for the unknown.
Can I also do a roll to see if I know exactly what it is?
But it's a robot.
You can, you can try. Yeah. Like
It's got to be a robot.
Robot.
Tech priest, commune with the machine spirits.
First you wanted response to the unknown, right?
Yeah. So here's your DC for response to the unknown. Here's the stress test. Third.
Oh shit.
I rolled 2
Hold-
4s.
Hold on. Hold up. Influence point to re-roll one of those 4s.
Okay. All right. You can also like make me re-roll both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of those 4s.
Yeah, do that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
we can
we'll keep-
also spend memory points to auto win.
Or auto fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 4s become a 2 and a 1. So that leaves us with a total.
Oh, thank goodness I don't
5,
go too
8.
far over.
8. So Derrin, you're fine.
I should be with my +2 response to the unknown.
yeah. So total is 8. Naela, you're fine. Looking at this thing, like it's scary. It's still like, whoa, this is a 15-foot tall person with a light for a face. That's weird.
This is nothing like an old dude turning into a liquid puddle in front of me.
I'll let everyone else do the rolls, and then I'll do my second roll of trying to figure out what this thing is.
Okay.
I'll try one first.
I would like to spend memory points to get my final memory.
Nice.
All right.
Because, if I don't do it, I can use my memory points afterwards, right?
No, I think once you've rolled, you have to continue rolling.
Yeah, like if you decide to roll and you fail, you can't just be like, I'm gonna create a memory then and succeed.
Oh, wait, my Beretta has a significance of 4, so how many more memories do I need for that?
Then I'm just gonna spend 2 memory points and get a +1.
All right. I'm making an auto success. Okay. +1
Yeah.
response to the unknown. All right, so that's success for Derrin, Naela, Dank. Dank, what was that roll for?
Gun.
That was.
Oh shit! Yeah, with the +1 I got from the the critical success and the memory I wrote there. That's like my 4th gun memory.
Dang.
Nice. Okay, that was quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
All right. Was that roll you just made, Dank? Was that your contested roll?
That was, yeah.
All right, so you succeed.
And
And
I'm not
then-
sure what I want to write from memory, so I'll have to come back for that later.
All right.
Same here.
All right, no problem. So you guys both are
Derek?
spinning. So Zack and Maury or Cassidy, you're succeeding with memories by creating memory. Okay.
Are we ready for the second roll?
What do you got that might apply to this?
So, zoology things, anything to do with mammals, people, things like that.
Not gonna help.
She
you.
knows about. Not gonna help?
No.
I'll just re-roll that then. I'm gonna re-roll that.
With the influence
'Cause-
point. All right.
Fuck
Just make.
that. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Hold on! Ah,
I actually think this would be perfect.
no!
It's perfect. Absolutely.
I'd rather
And now it doesn't even want you to roll.
It's not even letting you re-roll it. I mean,
I'd rather just straight fail. It's fine.
Now, this is a roll to figure out what this thing is. All right, so you're just
I'm calling
avoiding. You're
It's a
avoiding.
robot.
Yeah, you're avoiding the critical failure. Basically, you spent another influence point. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd rather just deal with a regular ass failure.
All right. Well, then I won't give you a cool memory. All right. All right. Yeah, you have no idea what this thing is. All right. Well, I think that's everybody. So, here's what happens. It leaps towards the pool from the edge that it's sitting on. And the first thing that strikes you about this leap is it's slow. And when its feet leave the ground, there's like all this like dust and silt that starts to like cloud up into the air, like move slowly. Because obviously this thing is underwater, right? And so it leaps toward. It's really heavy and bulky too. Like you probably expect it to fall slower than it does. It falls really quickly into the center of the pool, breaks through into the room. Suddenly, like water goes splashing everywhere. You hear like a crashing sound as this thing lands on the floor in the center of the room. This thing is very large. The cloak falls to the ground around it as soon as it hits the floor. It is a giant robot.
Called it.
It looks around at you guys. You hear like the pistons in its leg, like push air as it like stands up after it lands on the floor, and it looks around at you all, and I mean it's combat time. so we're gonna start a combat as this thing like holds up its arms. You see like lights start to appear around the edges of its wrist as it starts to fire at you all.
Oh, son of a bitch.
See, that's why I said what I said. We need the tech priest to commune with the machine spirits.
This is the truth, yeah.
Let's see here.
Hijack the robot.
All right. Well, we are here. So, I think since Dank, you were in the center of the room. You see, like it pulls up one hand. You hear like a hissing sound as these lights start to like light up around the wrist. The other hand it holds up, and a blade extends out from like where the wrist would be, just like a large, sharp metal blade extends out, and it takes a swipe at you. So this would be a contested roll between you and the guy. I'll roll first. This would be like physical activities that allow to apply here. Maybe like if you got some melee fighting stuff.
Okay.
Make him re-roll it! Re-roll the force!
Spend an influence point to make you re-roll the force.
Alright. So you turn them into a 4 and a 3, so it goes down to 13.
Alright. Beat that with... What do I got?
You got some pretty good attack stuff, I feel like.
I do. But, like, this is defense stuff. So I'm probably going to use perception to try to dodge.
Okay. All right, you're gonna try to just duck out of the way. All right, I'll allow
That is the
it.
plan. 1 second here.
TPK.
No!
There we go.
Okay. All right, 16. So he extends the blade out. He goes to take a swipe at you, and you duck, and the blade goes flying right over the top of your head. Maybe we see like some hairs get sheared off or something. It's close. Yeah, you take a step back. Who else wants to do something?
Can I try to use the old language to yell at it to stop?
Yelling at it to stop. Take over its brain.
Well, yeah.
I can't do anything like that.
You can use the tones and stuff. Tell us what your machine language thingy does.
Vagabonds of the machine. The language utilized by the oldest systems of the station, strange mechanisms long lost to the history that lay dormant in the far currents of the world. When someone or something speaks to the lost tongue, Vagabonds of the machines will be made to ask a special roll, the dice pool of which will increase by 1 die for each first mission recorded after the first one to a maximum of 4 die. Successful allow them to understand what is being said. Furthermore, a vagabond can use the lost tongue by succeeding at the first roll, making a statement which will trigger a roll for other speakers of the lost tongue to try to understand them. The lost tongue will sometimes trigger interactions with inner tech, the technologies crafted by the creators of Nibiru. Although encounters with such pieces of technology are extremely rare, it's good to know one is albeit particularly prepared for when they do happen. So, I mean, it's not guaranteed that this thing can even understand me, but at least I can try.
Yeah. Okay. So you make a special roll. Was it 2 dice?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if you're successful. If it can understand you.
Nope.
No 4s. No 4s. All right. Yeah. So there's no response from the creature. As you guys all, I guess, how would do you want to decide how they would perceive this? You communicating this way?
It just sounds like really weird tones.
Yeah, like off key musical tone kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Totally. There's no response from the creature as the lights around its wrist continue to light up. And yeah. So Derrin, Zack, Naela, you can all still do a thing if you like before he takes another turn.
I sneak.
All right. Make a sneak check, I guess, if you want to make a roll. See how well you stick to cover in the shadows.
What kind of roll?
Do you have like stealth? It'd be a normal roll.
I do, but just normal roll? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
plus-
sneaking, attention to detail?
Yeah, that might help you. Sure, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
I think that's all I have. Yeah.
Get behind it, maybe see where its like sensors are, or something like that. I think it could.
Right.
Fly.
Savvy.
Savvy success. All right. Yeah. So, you figure out a way to get to a place where you're not so noticeable. Like maybe you're sticking to the shadows in the edge of the room. Maybe you're behind cover. It's or you're
You
just
see
like
a weak point?
yeah. You know what? I'll say yes. The light on its face is like looks like it's made of glass. And there's some like weak points in between like its armor seams. It's old. It's an old robot, so there's like some rust and some damaged parts on it. If you can get it in like, if you can get wedge something into like the neck, like where the head and torso meet, you can probably like, do more damage there. Or like where the arms and torso or legs and torso meet. There's probably some weak points in there.
I think I'm gonna try to take out its legs.
All right.
Is that relayed to the rest of us?
Yeah, is
or
Derrin communicating that to everyone?
What? I'm not doing anything.
Okay, all right.
Word.
A no.
So that's a no.
thank you, Derrin.
He's trying to hide. He's,
Goddamn.
He's doing
I'm not wasting my perfectly good hiding action.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you
run
later
up
when I get
and, like,
attacked.
All right, Zack, do you want to do anything?
I do have a getaway. And, like, if things do turn south, I have a way to get the fuck out of here, like, real fucking quick.
Revelation.
down the hole.
Got a revelation.
More like a severance.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah. All right.
It's gonna be my nose. It's gonna Voldemort this shit.
Gosh. Okay. All right.
But that's just in case.
Yeah.
So for the time being, I'm gonna hide, or
All right.
like try to sneak around.
Make a roll.
See, it's a good idea.
You guys suck.
Oh. But man, I got lucky dice. That's it.
Let's see how well you hide.
Man, this is gonna be great.
Pretty well, I think.
Hey,
Success. Okay.
if that 4 wasn't there, I would have been fucked.
All right. Yeah, you successfully hide for now.
Yes.
So now the creature is gonna go again. All right. The creature makes a loud noise. Oops. Hang on. That's the wrong song.
I don't know. It kind of fit.
So, well, like the sound effect, and then I queued back up the wrong song. That was my bad. So it makes this loud, like, blaring siren horn sound. Zaya, the Sapu in the room with you, who's like gesturing towards the hole, flinches back into the corner and starts shaking. She's like lays down on the ground. She's trying to make herself look as small as possible. Very, very frightened immediately by this noise.
Yeah. Naela's sole thing is now keeping Zaya protected at this point.
All right, you can follow her if you like.
So she's kind of like in front of her, keeping her hidden.
Okay, you're like using yourself as a shield.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I am a meat shield.
Oh goodness.
All right.
Yeah.
Huh. So you move. Ooh. Let me roll a die here to decide what I do. Did it roll? Okay, it did. Okay. So 1. All right. It's gonna take another swing at you, Dank. It doesn't shoot Naela for moving towards the Asapu.
Is like my turn just going to be reduced to responding to its attack?
Well, basically, like, if you dodge, yeah, you can also be like, I'm gonna fight back, and...
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna parry, and while it's swinging, I'm gonna try to hit the joint of its arm with my guitar.
Yeah, you can do that, absolutely. So you're gonna have to beat it in the contested roll. So I'm gonna roll the same roll again, it'll be 5d4, and you just gotta beat it in that roll.
Right.
And if you
Do you
beat
have
it,
the?
depending on
you
how
have-
much... Go ahead.
Sorry. Do you have the maximum plus? Because I was like,
I
at
do.
that point, I might. Okay, making sure. At
Like,
that
I
point,
am
I
a
might break
combat
stealth to
beast.
try and do that. I kind of figured you might, just in
Okay.
case.
So, like, you know how this works. If you double his score, he goes down 2 points. If you beat his score, he goes down 1 point. So, like, you could potentially end the fight here, like, if you roll really well. But he's got a pretty high dice number, so that's a 10.
Eat it.
15. Okay, so you beat it. So, yeah, he goes to swing at you with the sword. You hit him in the weak point of his arm, and there's like you hear something break, like a piece of metal snap, and there's sparks that shoot out. He goes down 1 body step. Okay. His arm is useless. Which arm did you hit? The one he's swinging at you with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna want to get his next arm because you said there was like a gun on it.
Yeah, the other arm has a gun on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
God.
gonna try to aim at me.
It's like it wraps around his wrist, and it lights up, and so that's the only weapon he has available now. Because like you hit the arm, and the whole arm goes limp. Basically, he can't use the blade anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, I just have to try not to get shot and then break the other arm.
Yeah. So, okay. Naela's trying to protect. Okay, so Naela, Derrin, Cassidy, and Zack, you can all do a thing now. Go
I
ahead.
have a damaged hose from a DDM machine. I would like to try to take some of my damaged tools and attach them to the hose and try to use them essentially like
A whip.
like an kind of, but you know, like you can like do them over your head and make like those really long noodle things that would make the noise.
Really long.
You know what I'm talking.
You're trying to draw its attention. I know what you're talking about.
That, but you can also like sling them. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like a bolus?
A whip?
Kind of.
I
Not
don't-
quite like a whip because they're not near as good.
No, like a bolus. Like the thing that you'd like spin and then throw to capture or trip somebody.
Is that what we're doing?
Kind of, except they're nowhere near as accurate. But I want to try to like get the faceplate.
You're just
Uh,
trying to obscure its vision. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to throw something around his face so it can't see so well? Is that what you're doing?
Right. I
And you're-
mean, since you said the face, like what would be the face was made out of like glass, since it was using it for like a lamp kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like 15 feet tall.
And you're using the hose from the DDM machine. You guys didn't build that DDM machine when you took the stuff back, I guess. Then.
I
Well,
thought
it
we
said-
did.
I
Yeah.
replaced the damaged hose from a DDM machine with a different
Oh,
hose
okay. So you're using
Right.
the,
a while
okay.
back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So using the damage.
So
hose.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm recycling.
Awesome.
So basically, you're just trying to throw this hose onto the thing and have it like wrap
Well,
around its head.
Well, like, I want to attach, like, a wrench or something, so that way there's, like, something, like,
Weight
weighty.
to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way I can, like, I'm trying to use the hose to, like, sling it into the glass.
Yeah. Okay. You can make a roll. I guess I'll do contested roll with you.
Okay.
I guess this would still be like
I don't think I would have
combat?
anything that would help.
Combat roll.
I don't think hand-to-hand would help with this at all.
Man, I'd want to create like a combat reflexes memory off of this. If she does distract it, I'm gonna try to attack of opportunity it.
Do it.
Well, she rolled a 5. So let's
Oh
see.
shit.
Let's see how he
It-
does. Now, if he
yeah.
succeeds, this isn't. You're not in melee combat with him. You're like at a distance. So like,
Yeah.
if he beats you, he's not gonna like wound you or anything. It's just that like, yeah, okay. Now you guys can make me re-roll it, but he only has to.
Wouldn't
be
really
5.
be a point.
Yeah. So yeah, just like.
I mean, you would literally have to roll one on anything.
And it would still be a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you throw the thing at him, and he just brings up a hand and bats it across the room.
So he brings up the gun arm.
Yeah, he like hits it, like swipes it away. I mean, he's gonna like level that gun arm at you on his next turn. So it's just
That's a paddling.
that's just like
Right.
that's gonna happen.
And I create a memory here for combat reflexes to attack it while it's distracted.
Well, yeah. As soon as we go through everyone else's turn, like as Derrin, I know Naela is trying to protect Zaya. If Derrin or Zack wants to do anything.
What I was going to do was, once I made sure she was in a completely dark corner where she couldn't be seen, I was going to kind of sneak off into a different direction and then start running at this thing with my spear in my hand, ready to stab it.
Okay, so you can either like take your turn to try to hide, so you can like sneak attack this thing if that's what you're trying to do, like a rogue or something, or you can
I'll
just,
do that.
or you can just like sprint at it now and attack it. Like instead of having to wait until like the next turn effectively to attack it, you can just like attack it now. And I'll even give you a +1 to attack it because Dank's in melee combat with it too. So kind of like flank rules, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
All right.
So, would this be contested?
Yeah, it will be contested. Yeah. And
Okay.
if he beats you, you get hurt.
I know.
Okay.
But I have a +1 on my spear, and I have a +1 from the flank.
Remember, +1 on the spear just adds 1 to your roll total.
Yep.
That's correct. So it'd be 4d4 then versus his +1 versus his 5d4.
So, for the dice pool modifier, would I just do like I normally do for the other rolls?
Yeah, but the +1 from the spear just adds 1 to whatever you roll. It doesn't add an extra die.
Okay. Well,
yeah, so we
then,
might just want to
I,
roll. We might just want to add that afterwards.
Yeah.
because I also have a +2 in survival, and this thing is trying to kill us.
It is trying to kill you.
Yeah! +3!
Sure, I'll let it apply. Sure.
Yay!
All right, so you roll a 13. 14 with your spear. All right, let's see what he rolls. 14. You locked. So you tied.
Hold,
He
hold on.
He rolled 3 4s. He did.
Hold
no,
on.
he didn't.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
All right, you gonna make me re-roll the force?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, spend your influence point. 3d4 coming up. Okay, so that lowers it by 4 to a 10. So you beat him. You drop him down another
Hey.
body status. And I think that means he dies. Let me check. Let me make sure. No, he was at beaten, so he's now wounded. Okay. All right. How do you want to do this for flavor? You run up with a spear. You damage part of him. Which part do you want to damage him?
Oh.
I'm trying to stab him in the face so he can't see.
All right. Yeah, you run
This
up
poor
and
robot.
between like him swiping away the hose and Dank's hitting him with the guitar, yeah, you're able to get a good shot right at his face, his giant face. And you
He kind
drive.
of does a warrior scream as she's jumping and fucking stabbing the thing.
Mori. Mori says the poor robot is just trying to do its job. That is correct. It is just trying to do its job. All right, so yeah, you run in there, you throw the spear right in his face. You feel it crunch. Sparks fly out. It reacts. You know, it pulls back and like it's stunned and knocked back. You hear like it takes a couple steps backwards as sparks pour out of its head. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Now we still had Derrin and Zack could do a thing if they want to do a thing.
Yep. I'll take advantage of hopefully flanking and sneak attack and try and attack it.
Okay. What do you got to attack with?
I have a pipe.
Okay. All right. You got a pipe. Get in there with that pipe, and this will
Okay.
work.
Can I
In the back
use
of the
attention?
kneecaps.
I was about to say, can I use attention to detail to hit it like somewhere critical?
Yeah, sure. Now here's the thing. It's gonna be you're going in their melee range, so it's gonna make a contested check. If it wins, you get hurt.
I'm fine with this.
Okay.
So
Doesn't
wait.
it
Okay.
get a-
What all do I get?
If you want to, I'll let you apply attention to detail. So whatever bonus you get from that.
Yeah, +1.
So that would be 4d4. The pipe, I think the pipe just has a plus.
Yeah, I don't know that it has anything actually.
I'll give you a +1 for pipe because it's better than
Okay.
using your hands.
True. Anything for sneaking and or flanking?
I'll give you an extra die.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything else I could do. I think that is it. Yep. Okay.
All right. You want to roll first, or you want me to roll first?
I'll go.
All right.
Okay, so 5 dice, right? Yes, 5 dice.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
that would be a critical success.
There you
Yeah,
go.
That's a 17 +1.
18,
right?
yeah.
18. All right. Yeah. So there's.
Good
Jeez.
luck beating that, man.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna beat that.
You can try.
Watch you get all 4s.
Yeah, 13. All right. How do you want to kill this guy?
Aw.
I would say yeah. I probably attacked it in like its knee joint, and so like caused it to collapse and like smash its face onto the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You do that. So you like it. You hit it in like the weak spot on its knee. There's some sparks. The knee just like comes off after it like tries to get footing. The knee like breaks further, comes off, and it collapses to the ground. And then like all the lights on it immediately just dim. And there's like debris and scraping marks on the floor. Like the dust in the room starts to settle. Zaya, who is like in her stressed state, starts to look up and like make sure that you all are okay. Yeah. What do you guys do?
Take my spear back, and then I go back over to Zaya and make sure she is okay.
I want to dismantle those arms and get the weapons off of the thing.
Very smart idea. I'll help.
Big old sword and a gun? Sign me up, man.
How are we gonna carry it though?
So Zaya immediately is like back.
Don't ask
to-
these questions.
Back to animated. Like, let's get down this hole like right now. Like, she's like she's even rushing you more than she was before.
Alright.
And I mean, assuming you don't immediately go down the hole with her, she's gonna go down there.
No, I'll follow her down the hole.
All right. Now the rest of you are trying to take this rowboat apart. Is
Yeah,
that basically
sure.
what's going on? It's gonna take you a few minutes.
Yeah, dude,
sure.
cheap job of it. Just bash the arms off.
Okay, yeah. You just
We'll get the rest of it looking better later.
Yeah, they're big arms. This guy was like 15 feet tall, right? So you got to figure the arms are probably like at least
6 feet.
Yeah, they're probably pretty big. Yeah.
Y'all are gonna do this in front of me, really?
Well, you tried to ask.
You weren't this robot. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Just don't look.
Survival is important.
Yeah, they're like breaking this thing apart, and there's like oil leaking out of it, and like other fluids, like different stuff, like whatever robots use. Yeah, it's just like, and you're like looking at this thing, and to them, they're just like tearing apart a toaster, right? But maybe to you, it's like a bit more graphic than that. Like it feels like it is, at least.
That was my friend.
Dank's just cackling maniacally while dismembering this creature.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do, Dank?
Yeah, I know exactly what we forgot to do.
Yeah, we forgot to have us all
Dun,
roll for
dun,
a thing for violence because he destroyed so much stuff.
Yeah.
To be fair, I only got to hit the thing once.
Yeah, and it only triggers when you damage something, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Let me see. Where's the info for that? You've got it written down, don't you?
Yeah. So it really does only trigger when I engage in a violent action.
What's the it's when you okay, I've got the page right here actually. Let's see. It was detached from calm, right? Whenever you exert violence onto someone, the way in which they do it will showcase the lack of remorse and self-control, make it so other people around them need to roll a stress test against 3 dice. So here's your stress test for Dank's lack of remorse.
Is this contested or normal?
It's a robot. Are they really that upset about it? Because it's not a someone. This was a something.
That is a fair statement.
Someone is.
It might for Cassidy, though.
That is a fair statement. So I tell you what, Cassidy, would this be distressing for you?
Yes.
Okay, so then Cassidy is the only one that needs to make the check. If no one else would find it distressing to see violence inflicted on a robot. All right.
But I do get a +1 at least.
Here's your DC. You gotta beat it 8. But you don't want to beat it. You don't want to beat it too good. Okay, you rolled a 9. All right, perfect. You're fine.
I'm still not happy with you, but
yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from. I was minding my business and this thing attacked me.
Oh no, it's more how you're like ripping the arm off that I'm not happy with you.
It attacked me.
No. It's how you're ripping the gun arm off that I'm not happy with.
That's fair.
You should have been more clinical with it.
Well, you know what?
Exactly.
We don't have time. We gotta jump down a hole.
It's like at that point, it's like I like pick up the belt of tools.
Just come over here and do it to make it look better.
Yeah.
So while you guys
like
are doing all this
Dank out of the way to do it.
While you guys are doing all this work on Mr. Robots, let's see here.
Yeah, you guys
on it.
just got left by myself.
You jumped in the hole by yourself. You jumped that your own doing.
I mean, to be fair, getting the weapons is perfectly within my character.
Following this defenseless creature is what's a part of my character.
Defenseless creature, my ass.
Right.
All right.
She was scared shitless, alright?
That thing has more combat dice than I do.
Scared shitless of a 15-foot robot, fair. Defenseless creature against 4 humans, my ass.
All right, Naela. So you hop down into this hole. It opens up from the ceiling of another room. So you fall a good ways, but you probably can climb down. Like it's not like you're gonna take damage or anything. And you and Zaya are standing in this dark room. There is a small light in the center of the room, and there's sort of like pillars that extend off into the darkness. It's dark enough that it's kind of hard to tell how large the room is, but it feels small at least. Like it doesn't feel like there's a lot of air movement in here, and like the noise doesn't echo on forever or anything like that. In the center of the room, under the light, you see a man collapsed on the floor. He's not moving. Zaya immediately rushes up to him and starts to try to drag him towards you. And then I need like a perception or, something along those lines.
Let me see. I do not have a perception, so we'll just be doing a normal roll.
Okay. Success. All right. So, as you see her like run towards the body, you see like looking around in the darkness, you see several silhouettes, and then the like glowing eyes reflect the little bit of light there is as they blink. They're peeping out from behind pillars in the room. They're hiding in the darkness, but they're like watching you. You're able to spot most of them. There's a lot. There's quite a few of these things. There's even more than that, actually.
Shit.
There's 3 more. So all these eyes, they just watch you. They don't approach you, but they peek out from behind these pillars in the room. And they sort of, some of them are a little bit further back in the room, and they're sort of just like watching you, what you do. So, and the man Dweed is laying there on the floor. He's not moving. You do see quite a bit of blood. And Zaya keeps motioning to get you to approach him, and she's like trying to drag him towards you.
Yeah, I'll approach him.
All right, so you approach the body.
Don't say body.
Well, he's not dead yet, but he's unconscious. There's a lot of blood. He does seem to be taking shallow breaths. And Zaya is like clicking and making sort of like screeching noises, and she's like reaching for your hands and trying to put your hands on him.
Yeah, she let Zaya put her hands on him.
So she like puts your hands towards the wound and like pats your hands around the wound and then lets go of your hands. What do you do?
Trying to assess the wound, see how fatal or bad it is.
All right. Do you have something that'll help you here?
This may or may not be a stretch, but would a survival check help?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Let me check and see exactly how many I have. 1, 2. Okay. I am going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Again, we're gonna do it one last time.
All right. Let's make sure you're marking off your influence points.
I am. There we go.
Savvy success. Okay. So, take a closer look at the wound. It looks bad. He's been shot in the lower body, so like basically the gut. with what looks like a death spitter wound. He's bleeding a lot, and it's not just the wound, but it's the combination of the wound and Cavadu, so the high gravity here, has resulted in him losing a lot of blood. He's almost certainly going to die unless you do something to treat this now. Like moving him, there's almost no way he'll make it if you try to move him. And if you don't do something like in the next couple minutes, he's probably gonna bleed out.
Would because I know Craj has some medical properties. Would that help?
It would help stave off the effects of Cavadu, but it's not gonna help the wound. So like it'll help his body fight the effects of the gravity, but it's not gonna help this giant hole in his gut, and he's not gonna stop the bleeding. Yeah. As a matter of fact, while you're inspecting him, he opens his eyes and he looks at you for a moment, and then his eyes go wide and he starts to convulse. And he's like trembling. He's basically going into shock.
Okay.
So if you
Is
got
there-
you got like very little time to like try to like attempt first aid. If you got anything to help you first aid, or if the folks upstairs can like search through that pile, see if they can find anything you can use.
Or you could use a
Would
memory.
I be able to use a memory point for a +3 of first aid?
Yeah, it would cost you, was that 7 to give you a +3?
5, I believe.
5? Yeah, you can burn.
I have that.
Okay. You can definitely do that. You can create a memory. First aid memory. Interesting. So like all your memories are from the point of view of like an animal. So maybe the memory would be first aid being done to you as an animal by like somebody who cares for animals or something.
Veterinarian.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have something in mind?
I don't. That's something I would have to work on later.
All right, we can come back to it later. That's fine.
Maybe a herd animal in a pack getting like treated because it's like a working animal.
Yeah, like one of the mounts.
In the sorrows.
Yeah, totally. Okay. All right, so you burn your memory points. We see the flash of a memory, and we can write it out for you later. And you're able to you grab the clothing of his, and you're like able to tie that around the wound. He's gonna need more treatment later, but it's enough to like you're able to like tie something together to like stop the bleeding temporarily, to allow you to move him someplace where they can work on him. You like so we see you like looking down at his body, and then we hear Dina's words from last time she talked to you guys, when she said, "If you don't find him, don't bother coming back." And then we see you like pull out the clothing, like maybe rip it to get some pieces together to tie like a bandage, basically cut off the bleeding, whatever it is you need to do. Maybe you have to like
Launch it with pressure.
yeah, like, or like heat something up and like
Cauterize it.
cauterize the wound. Yeah.
I do have a lighter with
Yeah.
me, so
However it is you want to do it, you succeed on the roll, so you are able to do that. Now let's see here. Okay. So you're good there.
and I would also give him a little bit of my Craj to help stay or yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pretty much be unconscious, but if you want to like try to administer it to him, some like if you want to inject it into him or something like that, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right. What are the rest of you guys doing? How are you gonna move him? Are you gonna call them down here to help you get him back up through the hole, or like what's the deal? Also, you got all these Asapu that are just like watching you treat this guy. Zaya reacts positively when you do this. She seems to calm down slightly. Yeah. And there's also like there's like blue fungus smeared all over the floor down here, and it's pretty gross.
What? Because I don't necessarily want to leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there a way for me to try to communicate with Zaya to bring the rest of them down here?
You could probably just yell and they'll hear you.
I mean, wouldn't he have the walkie-talkie?
Yeah, he would still have the walkie-talkie, yeah.
I try to see if that worked. The
It's probably-
walkie-talkie.
He probably like still had it in his hand when you first started looking at him, and he like dropped it while you were bandaging him up. Yeah, you can pick up the walkie-talkie and push the button on it, and then upstairs you guys hear like a as the walkie turns on. You can talk to him that way if you want.
She says, "Hey guys, I need you to come down this hole. We need to safely move the weed out of here. Do not engage in any combat whatsoever."
Oh man.
You shouldn't be engaging in combat anyways.
But that's like my favorite thing.
So yeah, she's gonna be
too
here,
bad.
like, get down here quickly.
Does she describe like how he's wounded and that we need to move him?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. So instead of just jumping down there quickly, we should probably make a litter to carry him with.
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy would make sure to find like something that they could make like a stretcher kind of thing with before it
Giant robot.
Yeah, you can like
Yeah.
but she would make sure she would try to find like specific pieces to make it with.
Right. There was also
yeah,
that pile of stuff that we saw in that room that looked like it could be useful.
Yeah, between like the piled up junk, the bits of the robot, the cable that's running through the robot's body, you could probably like put something together on a rope to lower it down in there and like lay him on it, and then like carry.
Yeah,
him.
that was my plan.
I think you guys could probably do that. It may take you like a few minutes, but I think that's reasonable. Well, I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. I think you can just do it.
And we would also need to find like something to like sash between it to have him lay on. That would be the hardest thing to find.
Yeah, like what do you mean, like a sled or something to lay him on to drag him back through the?
I was about to say, we have the metal sled that you came down here with.
Yeah, the one you ripped off the wall to slide down the.
Yeah.
vent.
Maybe not the sled, but like some kind of like material or something that they can like drape between.
Yeah, that way he's not just on the hard
yeah.
metal. So something to like line it with to make it like a padded object.
Like
I
his
mean,
jacket?
Yeah,
we
like his
could-
jacket or other clothing.
Or
We could
even
each-
eating.
There's several.
I think that each of us are wearing like several different layers of clothing, so we could at least remove the top layer.
Okay.
There's probably scraps of.
I didn't know
like,
how much clothing we were having, so I didn't just want to say like, oh, let's just all strip kind of thing. So
There's probably scraps of clothing in the junk pile.
More than likely.
Because
Okay.
there's a lot of
That's a
naked
thing.
people down here that don't wear clothes anymore, so they probably would
It's
have
true.
just like thrown them to the side in that room where all their other stuff is. Also in the junk pile, you'd find a little bit of like blue fungus. It's not nearly as much as you need to complete your order, but there are places where they've stored it, not like cleanly at all. But they're just like little batches where they've pushed it together and just like pushed it into like a device that had like a container of some kind. And then
I
that
am
kind of
not
stuff.
taking the cricket people's blue fungus and potentially making them mad at me.
Yeah,
Smart decision.
Okay.
Not while I'm in the middle of their home at their mercy.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. You do find a I'm gonna say like 3 large knives. They're kind of like machetes, basically, like sharpened pieces of metal that you could use as a weapon. And you find one injector device? Question mark. It looks like an injector, but it's got something written on it. You don't know what it is. It's a bunch of strange symbols, like what you saw on the wall before.
Yeah, but to Naela, she could probably find out.
Yeah.
And it's got like, so there's the symbols on it, and then there's like a spot where there's like a LED light looking thing. And there's on the LED light looking portion of it, there is there is one lit up rectangle. It seems like there's a space for more of those, but there's just one.
Let's put a pin in this.
Huh.
I've been doing that a lot lately, man.
We've
We've
got a
got like
lot
a
of
full pin
pins.
cushion.
Let's focus on getting this guy out. Then we can worry about the injector.
Pepe Sylvia.
All right. So you guys gonna gather up all the things. So basically, we take in this guy. We're gonna carry him out through. I'm not gonna have you guys make any rolls. I'm just gonna let you guys carry him out. And then are we gonna like go back to what was it? Dina's place. Are we gonna try to carry him home? Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to use my severance
Go for it.
on. It's the shit. I forgot the name of it. I'm looking for it.
Let's bring you guys back over to that other screen while we do this.
Whispers Haven. The shard disassembles a dozen blinking lights within its structure as the surrounding elements such as floor plaques, circuitry, etc. come into a modular shape to form a cube-shaped haven. Its interior is large enough for the entire group to hide in. The structure remains in place until activated by spinning a memory point. In doing so, it can move surprisingly fast across almost any surface, obeying the Vagabond's will, as the station tears itself down and rebuilds itself back up to make way for the shard. So what I was thinking is we put this guy in here and then we just go back to his house.
Yeah, you could just
Instead of having to like go through any of the vents or anything.
Yeah,
We can
Fast travel
fucking
unlocked.
fast travel.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
unlocked
This
fast
is
travel.
fast travel.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So
And
yeah,
it would be my nose.
so your nose falls off and it's got all these blinking lights on it. Is that how it works? Is that All right.
That's exactly how it works.
Super cool, dude.
Why do I feel like that would be a response to unknown check?
I kind of feel like
It would be an
would
unsponsored. Like this is my first time, so it would be response unknown for me.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a response to unknown for everyone who witnesses this.
Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
I would like to picture it just not popping off. It's like melting and shit off.
Oh man. So like what does you just don't have a nose anymore, right? Like at all.
We haven't figured that out yet. It doesn't say anywhere in the book about it
It
growing
doesn't
back.
say.
If you want to
Doesn't
look
say.
at it, it's on page 110 of Xanadu's.
All right, let's take a look on page 110 of Xanadu here. Is that one? That's 110 in the PDF, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Let's
Or
see.
around there.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
But I mean,
There.
I would
That's so
think
dope.
so because he can use the abilities more than once.
Oh, sorry, 108.
108.
Yeah, that's where the actual womb starts. I'm not sure what it is in the PDF, but it's page 108 in the book.
For the womb.
Yeah.
This is a revelation, right?
No, it's a severance. It's a part of
okay.
the womb.
Okay.
The
know why
severance, it actually starts
I
on
gotcha.
110.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're looking for the one for the nose. What was the? Did it have Whisperer's Haven? Is that what this was? Sharp
Yeah.
symbols, dozen lights blinking, a structure surrounding elements.
It doesn't say anything about growing back. All I know is I lost my journal page.
So you should be able to like delete a journal page, and it'll trigger a chat message for us all to see. There's a way to do that, unless you already did it. You already did it, I think.
Oh, I don't think I didn't.
Wait, so each time you sever something of yourself, you lose a journal page?
Mhm.
Loses multiple journal pages sometimes.
Depends on what it is. The nose is just one, but like if it's like the arms, it's like 2 or 3.
So at the bottom of your journal page, there should be a button that says delete memories. And then it would trigger a chat entry. I don't think we've ever seen one for delete memories. We've only seen one for like new journal pages. But who can
Aw.
remember pain once it's over? All that remains of it is the shadow, not in the mind even, in the flesh. Pain marks you, but too deep to see, out of sight, out of mind.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Got your nose.
That's a perfect
I got your nose.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
The problem with that is, furthermore, journal pages belonging to the shard might be discarded outright to perform metamorphosis. This is a metamorphosis, not a severance.
Is it? Oh yeah, you're right.
Also, they are ordered by number of discarded pages they require to execute. So you need 3 pages to execute Whisperer's Haven.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Hey,
fast travel not unlocked.
You
No,
can take that
the
back.
only thing we
Okay.
can do with the nose is the Flower of Remembrance.
I'm gonna hold it.
Do you still have your journal sheet?
Yeah, no, I still have my
No.
journal sheet for some reason. It didn't delete any of it.
Okay, good. Thank
Lucky.
God.
Oh my god.
man.
I
Okay, all right.
It's so sad for you.
No, I still have all of it.
All right.
Thank God.
You just gotta save up some more sheets to do that, to get the ultimate fast travel
Alright.
ability.
Ultimate fat. All right, to the vents. We gotta gently carry this guy through.
All right.
Yeah.
Does Zaya look like she's following us, or is she staying back?
She starts to follow you, and then there's some chittering from down below. And she pauses for a moment, as if she's trying to decide. Yeah, I think she ends up staying. You get the feeling she'll be back around. Like she knows the way home.
Yeah, Naela will still give her a wave goodbye and a sign, trying to sign somehow of stay safe.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a bunch of clapping to mimic some type of fucking chittering noise.
Sure.
She's trying to communicate.
Yeah, she is sort of like chitters back at you. And then she ducks back down into the hole. And you hear lots of feet on floor noises. And then you hear the sound of like a metal grate landing on the floor. And then the feet noises get further away. And they go somewhere. For now. But you guys are able to carry him out. If you get the thing rigged up and you're able to get him out through the vent, all the while he's mostly unconscious. Now, once you all get back to Dina's house, you see, like, when you come back up through the service hatch and you start to make your way back over toward her house, you see Dina standing in one of her fields with a group of people. People that you didn't see here before. But they seem to be having some sort of heated discussion as you all are approaching. You're a good ways off, so you get a beat on them long before you're going to get there. But I want to get that screen together here. Okay. We can just pop you guys back over to this farm screen. Yeah. So you see, Dina's out in the field, almost like she's waiting on you guys. But there's a bunch of people. There's like 5 or 6 people sitting around talking to her, and the discussion seems to be heated, like I said. And as soon as you guys start to approach, and she sees you, she's gonna rush toward you all. And of course, you guys have Dweed with you. Let me grab his token. Let me go find his token. Where did I put it? There it is. All right. Okay. So she closes in on you guys, and she's looking at the body that you're carrying. What are you guys doing with it?
We're carrying
Yeah, I'd
because
assume
there's
carry.
enough people to carry.
Just like basically carrying it on like a stretcher. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she's she starts to look at him, and she's like, is he okay? Where's Zaya?
She's
He-
remaining behind.
She is safe, though. We made sure of it.
Yeah.
But he has been hit by. He has a Spitfire wound. And I did what I could, but he needs more medical attention than what I could provide for him. He's alive, but he needs to be seen quickly.
Yeah, his eyes flicker open, and she grabs his hand. We see his hand like squeeze hers. And he says he like manages to choke out, I think Zaya's all right. She'll be back soon. I'll bring more food for her. And then he like passes out again. And she's like, all right, bring him in the house. I think we can figure something out. Okay. Short on medical supplies. It's really not the time. Look, there's something else I need your help with. There's a group of people here, and they're not happy with our situation.
Are they here to collect?
No, they're here. Well, it has something to do with the collecting, but just get him in the house. I'll explain. And she like walks back towards the group of people who are like staying there, like, these impatient looks in their faces as you guys are like heading towards the house. And she goes, "Just a moment. We'll be right with you all." And she like gestures you guys into the house. Once inside, she directs you where like a place where you can like lay him down for a moment. And then she says, "Do any of you have any first aid supplies? Any kits? Anything that can anything? Injectors, something to heal a wound, fungus?"
We would show Naela that funny injector that we found.
Naela. The injector on it, in in the Nibiru language, it says wounds. And then
Use this.
Yeah, you hand it to her. She takes a look at it, and then she like, thank you. And then you see her like shove the injector into his like arm or leg, and then there's like a small beep noise, and then like a sound, and then she pulls it out, and we see like her look.
Oh, you don't have that one anymore?
We see her like look at the lights on it, and the light, the one square turns to 0 squares, and then the lights turn off. He wakes up immediately and is like lucid. He's not like moving or anything. He's not trying to get up. He just like lays there and blinks a couple times. And then she puts a hand on his shoulder and she's like, "Easy, Dweed. You'll be fine soon. Just give it time." And then she turns to you all. And she says, "Look, there's several armed folks outside who understandably are upset about these creatures that took my daughter, this Asapu. They see them as a threat. They want to wipe them out or take care of Shalim." I was able to convince them that the Asapu wouldn't be a threat if we didn't have to give so much of our supplies to the Arku. They're planning on going down there and, well, making sure they're not here anymore. Or they're probably going to attack the outposts. I can't help but notice that you didn't bring our fungus back. I take it you couldn't recover it.
It was mostly already consumed.
She nods. Look, if you can convince them that Dweed was trying to keep everyone safe, and that, like I said, they wouldn't be a threat if it wasn't for the fact that the outpost is taking such a massive cut of our crops. Maybe you can talk them out of both options, but, well, I don't think that they'll be complacent for long. Things are coming to a breaking point.
Right.
Okay, so we have three options. We can either help them attack the outpost of the man who has been helping us this entire time, gave us a place to stay, a job, money, in exchange for, not having to worry about taxes being collected for the next couple of cycles. But I mean, it's the Arku we're talking about. They're going to send more people down here. They're probably going to respond in kind with more violence than necessary.
We can't do that. Ernest is there. He would be all by himself.
Exactly. So I mean, we kind of already took our stride on that. Two, we could go after the Asapu. There's
We're
a
not
lot of
doing
them,
that.
not a lot of us, and I wouldn't feel good about doing that. Three, we could just murder these chuckle fucks.
There is another
4,
option.
we convince them that the Asapu are already dead.
I like that option.
There is another option.
There's always another option.
You guys basically just took out an Inky base, essentially. Like, robot, it was on autopilot, but it was following orders from the Inky. If you can convince them that there's a greater threat.
Oh yeah, we still have like the gun and sword arm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I should have used my fucking memory for the Inky bullshit.
Yeah, it was an Inky robot.
Ah!
God damn it. I'm sorry, continue.
So, like, the deal with the facility was basically that it was abandoned and the robot was still following orders from whenever it was abandoned to make
The robot.
Yeah, to make these Asapu things. Now you guys killed the robot. Who knows if the facility's gonna build another one, right? But you could like convince these guys, like, hey, look, here's proof of Inky tech. Here, the Inky are here, and they're doing bad things. We need to take them out, not the Arku. Like, you could do that. And
Yeah,
also,
let's take out the Inky.
also, like, the Inky probably know you guys just took out one of their facilities, so good luck with that.
Okay, so we
Nah,
let
it's
them
fine.
go and try to handle that. And we
Yeah,
say, hey,
we
it's
give
the
we
Inky,
give
this is your problem now.
we give the Inky sacrifices.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like sacrificed people to the Inky.
Live to fight another day, my guy.
Is what's the plan? I want to give you guys time to like talk about.
Inky.
Are you guys gonna go talk to these people? And you're gonna try to convince them of what?
The Inky Covenant people, because Naela already hates the bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize I'm not winning in a fight against that, so I will be
Yeah.
assisting with this plan as long as everybody else would like to.
I'm not giving up the gun arm, though, but I'll show it off.
You
No,
don't
that's our
have
spoils
to
of war.
give it up. Yeah, you get to keep those. Just show them as proof.
Yep.
I'm not a good talker, though. Somebody else.
It's
can
okay,
have to
I
do that.
am!
That's his job. I'm good at intimidation. He's good at talking.
Apparently, I'm now good at healing people. Hooray!
Huzzah!
We found the group healer.
Yeah.
I'm the
Party mom!
current. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Dina's gonna walk with you guys outside, and she's gonna be like, "Look, these are locals. You know, there are other farmers. They pay their taxes too, but they're angry and they're desperate, and some of them, well, they're probably starving. Just look, you'll see." And she like takes you over to them, and yeah, some of them have guns and stuff. They're like waiting around impatiently. One guy's like smoking Kraj, like as you walk up, he like ashes it out, stomps on it, looks at you all, and there's like an older dude steps forward and he says, "Look, we've got to take action now. We can't afford to have these Asapu leeching off all of our supply. Not when we have to pay it to the Arku. So, you're either with us or you're against us. But we're taking out one of these threats. We can't deal with both of them. Can't have them both just messing up everything. And the sorrows belong to us. Not them. Not the Arku."
Well, on that part, I have good news and I have bad news. Which would you like first?
Just do bad first.
Oh no, I like to let them choose.
Well, I guess the bad news.
Well, there's another player on the scene, actually.
Dank reaches behind him as he's been dragging along these giant robot arms and just dumps them on the ground in front of these people.
The Enki Covenant is here.
The guy that was smoking Kraj like steps forward and he like takes a look. He like squats down to look at the arm. You see him like he pulls his mask down and like squints his eyes at it, and he looks up at you and he says, he like gestures to like flip it over. He goes, "Do you mind?"
Not at all.
Like rolls it over on the underside of the arm, like by the wrist. We see like the Inky logo, and he stands up in disgust and like turns his back on it. And he swears, like utters a swear word under his breath, and he goes, "They're telling the truth. That's Inky tech." And then there's like a murmuring among the small crowd of people.
Ah, but ladies and gentlemen, you forgot the good news.
Please.
It's abandoned. All
Raise
those
us.
resources in there are free for the taking.
They sort of like look at each other. You didn't see any people.
Only a Sapu. And I would rather that they, the unwitting pawns of the Enki Covenant, remain okay. They were once your fellow settlers, after all. They've just been taken advantage of by the Enki.
Who are you talking about? The Asapu?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the older guy kind of like nods and he's like got his hand on his chin like he's thinking. And he says, maybe look, the people of Nataku are in balance with the Umbras. Maybe we can work together with the Asapu. How many of them are there?
Quite a lot. Enough to cause problems if you were to aggravate them. But we have seen that they can be reasoned with, especially with people that either knew them or don't seem to be a harm.
This Inky facility. Yeah, he looks over to the guy that was smoking crotch and he shakes his head and he steps forward and he says, delving for Inky tech is dangerous. It's unpredictable. You never know what it could do. There's no telling what else they're keeping down there. Or
Can we show him the wound kit?
yeah, you're talking about the injector?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one thing we found in there. It's already been used, unfortunately, as needs must, but it's probably more where that came from.
Yeah, the guy takes it and takes a look at it. He like pulls it close to his eyes. And he's like studying the part where the needle comes out, and he like puts his finger to it and wipes off like a small bit of white residue. And he like sticks it to his nose and sniffs. And he says, "That's not crush. That's white fungus. Rare. But it can heal just about any wound. If there's more of this, it'd be worth the delve." And yeah, and one of the other guys goes, he hasn't spoken so far. He goes, "I don't like it. It sounds dangerous. We could look if they haven't kicked the hornet's nest already. They're gonna come looking for whatever caused this disruption."
Well, better get while the getting's good. Take everything that isn't nailed down as fast as you can.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have a time frame.
Was the place still online? Were their electronics working? Was there power? There were some lights on, but
To a degree.
We weren't there for that.
Yes, we were mostly there for a search and rescue rather than any sort of delving, so we didn't get hardly anything that was in there.
was there any working devices? Security doors?
Just a giant robot.
The one with the sensor.
The security door works.
Yeah. So you're like, yeah, there was that one security door that was on. It scanned us. Maybe you don't say that part.
Yeah, we wouldn't tell them that part.
Yeah, there's like this one.
We're not dumb.
Yeah, there's one security door that seems to have been functioning or whatever, and he's like, that means it's still being monitored, but if we can get in through the service
Well, I
hatchment,
mean, it seems to be locked anyways. It was locked from the inside.
Yeah, I mean, we know the path to get back in. It was relatively free of obstructions.
Yeah, he nods. He says, "All right, we'll take a look. We'll bring a few supplies. See if we can win over the Asapu. We might need them later if things with Charchamesh and its RQ don't work out."
Yeah, we're still going to have to deal with that tax issue. Because if we don't get all that fungus down there, shit is about to hit the fan.
Yeah, one of the guys looks at you and says, "What do you mean? What does Shalim have planned?"
It's not what Shalim has planned, it's what his superiors have planned. If he doesn't meet his quota, they're going to wipe out this entire area.
And probably even more if they find an Enki covenant here.
Attacking the outpost would do us no good then.
Yeah, they would hurt us more in the long run.
Okay, so I want somebody to make a convincing roll. I'm gonna give you guys a +1 for you guys have given a good speech here. So just for giving a good speech, showing the robot arm, you're gonna get a +1 to the +1 die to the roll. If you guys are helping each other, then I'll give you another +1 die.
I mean, I think I can get up to +3 just by myself with no help.
All right. Make a
All
roll.
right, it's on you.
Yeah.
Yep. You go.
Yeah, nonverbal communication, intuition, bargaining.
Go for it.
No pressure. Just don't fuck up.
Just the fate of the region
Oh yeah.
and the
Don't
future
fuck up.
and the future story of the campaign, like what direction this goes.
Oh.
Okay.
Just single success. I'd like to re-roll all of those ones.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I'm just gonna I re-roll everything except the 4.
Okay.
Right.
So 5d4.
I have enough influence for this.
I still have a decent amount of
Oh
influence.
goodness, is this how I roll? Yes, okay. There we go! Critical success!
Yeah. Rule of threes. Yeah. So you could add a memory here if you like.
Yeah.
Do you have
Let's see.
Do you have?
I'm
something
also
in
going
mind?
to get an influence point back because I'm putting that before another memory.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have something in mind for the memory?
They say the greatest con is selling something to somebody selling something to somebody that already owns it.
Okay.
Stealing someone's painting and selling them a copy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my memory there. The discussion that went along with that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, they look at you. There's some murmuring behind him. The older guy steps forward. He sticks a hand out and he says, "Good. Maybe we can work together then. There's no need to attack the outposts. Maybe we try to stave off this greater enemy." Holds out a hand to shake hands.
I think that's the best idea we have at the moment. And I'll shake hands in turn.
All right. I think maybe that's where we end the session. We fade to black on you guys shaking hands. Now, I don't know what you guys, if you want, we can fast forward to ending the mission, but you guys don't have the final payment, so I don't know what you guys are gonna do here.
Well, that's the whole deal of communicating with the farmers, trying to see if we can pool everyone's resources together to get enough to cover it.
Yeah, just this once and then work on the rest afterwards.
You did roll a critical success. There's 6 other clan heads here, basically. People that have already paid their portion. But they're just waiting on these last 2 clans to pay their taxes, right? Shalim was.
Right.
Yeah.
You did roll a critical success, so I'm gonna say between the 6 of them, they're gonna contribute enough to make up the portion of this clan here, the Karams, right? This was the Karams.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you'll be able to cover their portion of that payment. Shalim will be
Okay.
happy for now. But
we're in debt, basically.
yeah. They're going to be expecting something in return for that. I think they're going to go down there and they're going to follow your advice and take whatever they can. And if they find intel on the Enki, they're going to expect you guys to back them up.
For sure.
like move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of us would agree to that almost too readily.
All right. So
Fuck the
yeah,
covenant.
while you guys are like taking, maybe there's like one person that's like organizes getting the last ton of fungus to you all. Maybe their farm's relatively nearby. And while you guys are getting that and taking it back to Shalim, they're gonna explore that facility. I'll make some rolls between sessions to see how that goes for them.
I would like to use some of my artistry to make like the most detailed map that I have of like what we did encounter.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Do you want to make a roll for it? See how good it is?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Of course.
Oh.
Influence.
Okay. All right.
Now I'm breaking even there. Yeah, just re-roll everything, I guess. Those are D6s. I'm dumb.
Try it one more time.
There we go. Savvy.
There we go.
Savvy success. Okay. Good deal. Okay. Okay.
I'm glad I got that correct earlier, and now was the time I was dumb.
Yeah, you give them a decent like map layout. You're able to point out, hey, this is a door that leads to the hallway back there. There's something further under through this hole that's in the room we were in that goes somewhere we don't know. Also, there's this hole in the ceiling that seems to go into one of the reservoirs or nearby lakes.
Yeah.
Just be careful. You're able to tell them all the things. Yeah, and it's a well done, accurate map.
Oh no.
Maybe you like
there we
scrape it on one of those like metal sheets that like what Shalim used to give you guys for your orders and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they take that with them. They're thankful for it. They appreciate you pointing out dangerous spots like that gap you guys had to get over. The ladder still there? Did you guys leave the ladder there? It's still
I
up.
believe so. Yeah, we would have had to have that ladder there to get Dweed
Back.
across.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
That would have been a harrowing experience.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to yeet ourselves as well as Dweeb.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll go explore the place. They'll look for intel on Inky movement, and you guys will hear the fallout from that. And that'll come. So when we pick up next session, you guys are gonna be back at Outpost Mariah with Shalim. You'll collect your payment because you have the taxes now.
Yeah.
So you'll get your full payment, which I believe is the other half. You guys got paid half up front, if I recall. It was like 100 each, so you guys get another 100 credits each.
Nice.
And yeah, we'll see where we go from there as far as like what happens with the Inky. Be ready. Be ready for
Kill
that.
them all. Kill them all.
Well, I think that's a good. I know we're a little bit early, but I think that's probably a good place to end tonight's session. You guys got through all the things.
Yeah. I
That's
agree.
that's the end of this little starter adventure here. Yeah, good job, guys. You guys got the good ending. There was a couple different endings that could happen. You guys got the good one. Good job. Good job, everybody.
Awesome.
Everybody take a I'm gonna give you guys all 2 influence points, 1 memory point for today's session. I'm giving you 2 because of the fight. I'm giving you an extra influence point for that fight.
Woo.
I was kind of worried about how that would go. He didn't even wound anybody. You guys handled that with no problem. So good job.
Thankfully.
And you saved Dweed. Like there was a possibility he just died. So good job there. That would have made things a lot harder for Dina and Zaya. So good stuff.
Yeah.
And
We did
you
it!
brokered peace between the Asapu, the Shadow of the Sorrows, and the locals. And you brokered peace between the locals and Charchmesh, the outposts. You stopped them from attacking, basically. Hey, we have this greater threat in the area. We all need to work together to fight the Inky. They're doing bad things. Good job. Good stuff.
Woo.
Woo!
Hope
Yeah.
happy ending today. Unfortunately for me, I always try to get the terror horror ending, but you guys are just too good at the game. So I hope you guys all had fun today. I saw it was like Twitch chat was pretty active tonight, so it's like actually there's quite a few people here right now. So thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week, same time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, next Tuesday for more of this madness, and we'll see how these guys do dealing with the Inky threat. I have a feeling things unexpected might happen.
Yay, madness.
We're gonna get shot at because we're chaos gremlins.
I'm gonna make friends.
Yeah. Also, I want to give a special shout out to the institution. It's great to be a part of this group of streamers. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, check the links down below for awesome links. Okay, we got links to things like music used on the show, of course. We've got links to the art for Cassidy's token. It's tiktok.com/itaku right? Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep.
Got it
link
right the first try.
I'll link that
There
in the
you
Twitch chat for
go.
you guys. And check out Zack, who plays Zack on the show. His Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TeamZack. There's that link for you guys. And send Dank, our Paladin of the Beverage, some beverages as GoFundMe. We need him fueled up with NOS and ready to go to fight the robots. So there's that link to his GoFundMe there. If you're watching on YouTube, all the links are in the description down below. Just take a look. And you can find me on Twitter, on Minds, on YouTube, Ramblin TV, everywhere. All the things. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Great to have you all here. Players, you guys did awesome today. Thank you guys for playing. It's been super fun. Am I missing any announcements? It's been a while since I've done these, so I feel like I'm a little rusty.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
think so.
did the thing.
I think you got everything.
Do the thing? All right.
And for you.
Well, in that case, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.